take it out of space. Drop that bass in your face. Pick it back up, put it on the turntable, and drop that bass in your face. MCs wrapping it up with the tight production. Right off the rip, getting into something. Licking shots, triggering samples. Get the kettle on, I'm off the handle. Loud and rowdy, no further questions. Lighten up another kicking session. Whoa! Got two jobs, blow up and blow speakers, make beats and get your artist featured. Stack up drums, 2 pairs of fresh kicks. How many lumps do you want for your first hit? Sarcastic magic, beats above average, make a mental note. Get your head examined, sample my voice, royalty free. But your fire ain't enough to boil me.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Ace. This is the Kicking It podcast. This is our Juneteenth episode. Got my 2 co-hosts with me tonight. Christina, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Come on, man. Get it together. Get it together, okay?
Queen, how are you doing this evening?
I am doing all right and had me a few drinks, so I am here.
Same. You know that. Yeah, that new Hennessy is okay.
Hmm?
The new Hennessy is okay.
It's just okay. I ain't tried it yet. I need to get
the Henny, the like margarita flavor, that's the best one. I'm drinking the berry now. The berry tastes like cough syrup.
Oh.
So you just imagine like berry and Hennessy, you think some sweet shit just don't go with stuff. Yeah, it kind of tastes like cough syrup. So if you mix it with like a Sprite or something, it's bearable. But yeah, I've had a few drinks myself. Chris, how you doing this evening?
I'm good, man. I need me a drink. I ain't had one. I'll be pouring me one up right after.
I hear you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and just jump into our segment of upcoming releases that we always do every week. And as we have warned you the past 2 or 3 episodes, it's pretty skeet out here. This is going to be a quick segment because this weekend is really only 2 drops of significance. On Saturday, we are going to have the Jordan Retro 5 Black Carolina. Now, this is a Jordan that is, I have to be honest, is pretty nostalgic and important for me. This was the very first Jordan that I ever bought with my own money. Very first one. I was in 10th grade. And it was the first summer I had, it was after 10th grade. It was the first summer, that was 2006. So I had got my first job, worked, and I got these, and these were one of my favorite. It was my first Jordan 5, but it's my favorite of all time. So it holds a lot of significant meaning to me. I'm going to double up and get 2 per. So, Christina, what are you thinking? How do you feel about the shirt? I know you love blue.
You don't need 2 pair.
I do.
Okay? You don't need 2 pair. You need 1.
It's been 20 years. It might be another 20 years before these come out again. So
20 years? Yeah, you know what I feel? You're getting old. I'm still young. Okay. Anyway.
Knock on wood.
No, I mean, my favorite color out here, I kind of got on powder blue right now, but I think these, I'm gonna have to go ahead and cop these. Like you said, they ain't been out in a very long time, so might as well get them now while I can, because you never know when they'll drop again. So yeah, I think these are on my radar to go ahead and get.
Okay, so once we get them, we can go take pictures together. Twins.
No.
Twinsies.
Chris, you pretty much are in the field every day. What is your feel on, do you think these are going to sit or what?
If I had to guess, I would say they were going to sell pretty well. It would be a really good sell through, a lot of interest, a lot of phone calls, a lot of people asking about them. about the raffle process and things of that nature. So my guesstimation will be that it'll be a really, really good sell through. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know. I'm happy to hear that. So I will definitely be getting my pair. So I'm super excited. I can't wait. Chris, is this a cop or pass for you?
I'm a pass. I got the black metallic fives, which I'll probably undead stock on Saturday. They pretty, I mean, they not, I mean, they close enough to me where I don't need both. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna, break out my black metallic fives and I'll be happy with those because I got my eyes spinning on something else. My eyes on another shoe that's pissing me off.
Well, speaking of that shoe that you had your eye on, I know that you're happy that it's dropping on the sneakers app because the original release happened, I think, last week. What's coming out? What's coming out this week?
That is the Pegasus Premium, the A Ma Maniere release. Two colorways. They will be on sneakers. I got my reminder set and everything. So hopefully I hit. We'll see,
Man, I got my fingers
What's the
crossed for you
smallest
on that
size
one.
on those?
Um,
I think they probably go down to like at least 6 or 5 or something like that. They go
Oh,
down
okay.
pretty.
I want to make sure I was able to try to get in and get
mm,
those.
what would you wear that? Like, would that be something that you gonna, actually wear, or you gonna try to run in?
I'm
Oh,
oh
Chris
For
probably
me,
gonna wear.
I'm
I'm a runner.
fashion. Yeah, I'm fashion. She function. So
Okay, I mean that's fair.
yeah,
I just,
yeah.
well, let me also see because, yeah, that that's fair. I think Christina, as far as the shoe, hold on, I'm trying to get to the page if I could ever get to the feed. Um, I think they just refreshed the actual website because there's a whole bunch of new stuff on her. Literally since we have been on air. Oh, yeah, I think that the smaller size, yeah, it looks like that they go down. It doesn't even say. Typically, it has the size right, but nope, I'm not seeing it. But I'm sure they gonna have your size.
Yeah.
I would assume that they go down to probably like a what's considered a men's four. They typically
Yeah.
always go down to that because you know, the past 8 years, they've kind of slowly integrated, certain releases like this that all shoes would be considered men. So that way you had to pay the men's price no matter what size you were.
Yeah, I don't like
Mm.
that. I don't like. I
Yeah,
don't like the price. Now I say that for sure.
it makes you miss your swoosh account. But even if we had swoosh, we wouldn't be able to get no
Right.
discount on them. You'd have to actually be at an actual employee store to even have a chance to get an actual, discount on these.
Yeah. At least
All
if I
right, let me
still
just
had it, and I could balance out the stuff that I bought, got a discount on. I wouldn't mind paying regular price for, one or two
yeah,
shoes every now and then. But
yeah, it's hard after you actually experience and have it to have to go back
mhm.
to paying, full retail for anything. But yeah, it's pretty much slim pickings out here, y'all. I don't see anything else of significance that we really should have a discussion about. I mean, the KD6 night vision comes out.
Mm.
I mean, if they didn't buy the peanut butter and jellies and the illusions, the All Star KD6, these ain't going no fucking where. These are gonna be sitting till Christmas.
Yeah.
You are gonna
Yep.
get these you will get these at your local outlets.
That's
So
Yep.
fair. I believe that.
I definitely, if that shoe sell out, I will give up this segment for as long as we on. I won't do this segment anymore. Those sell out. So that's how
Yeah, they
confident
will.
I am that they will not sell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. And yeah, I mean, again, I don't see anything else. So we're going to go ahead and move on with this week. It is a holiday weekend. It's a very jam-packed holiday weekend. We got Juneteenth as well as Father's Day. So just touching on Father's Day, Chris, I know you're a father. What are
Mm.
some of the lessons you can say that you've learned from being a father?
Oh man. I mean, I've just tried to be consistent in my uh kid's life. I mean, my son's life. Of course, my daughter. She
Yeah.
she lives with us. But I mean, my son's life. Being consistent, even though he's getting older, and he's an adult now. Just being there for him, whether it be advice,
Hmm.
um, monetarily, he may need a little kick down every now and then. Um, just being there whenever he needs, pick up the phone. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely salute you for that. You've always been, definitely a role model because I know you and your daughter. You always talking about her. That's your girl. So
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
always good seeing that. You hang when you off. I know you hang with her pretty much. So that's
All the time.
it's good being a girl dad. I mean
Oh,
it's one of those things. I always tell you enjoy her now because when she becomes a teenager, I mean, she loves you. I mean, she
oh yeah,
loves you,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
but it's just you deal with the attitude, you deal with the mood swings.
hmm
Again, kids are growing up into adults, and my situation, my daughter lives with me. It's kind of one of those things to where is that um, I'm thankful that I have my family. Shout out to my sister, specifically my sister and my mother, because they definitely do help a lot. So, yeah, it's one of those things to where is that I wouldn't have traded being a father for anything in the world. So
yeah,
definitely just want to shout out the dads out there that are active and in their kids' life, on a consistent basis because that's a real important distinction that I want to put out there. Definitely, all the active fathers because you are needed. And not just, biological fathers, stepfathers, godfathers, because you play a role in your kid's life. I know I definitely have two god kids who, I do anything I could for. So um definitely shout out to y'all. Christina, what are your thoughts on just Father's Day in general?
I think Father's Day has become a significant holiday. In our older years, it wasn't so
Hold
much.
on. Say significant again.
Hey, don't start. Don't start that. Let me go about my business. Ain't nobody talking about your droopy lip. Let's continue.
Okay.
Anywho, in our younger days, I don't think it was celebrated as much, because we grew up in a space of, moms take care of the kids and dads working. But I think
Hmm.
now a lot of kids are getting the balance of both parents, especially their fathers. Fathers are needed, wanted stepfathers, godfathers, father figures, people that just step up in the lives. So I think it's a great thing that the holiday has become a bigger thing this year. So, but for me, over the weekend on Father's Day, I'm outside celebrating and having a good time for Juneteenth. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna be showing the father's appreciation. I understand that. So
No, 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 we ain't going there. I'm just gonna be outside having a good time with my homegirls.
okay.
I'm trying to be
All right.
outside with my homegirls. Okay.
I'm sure whatever you decide to do is gonna be a magical time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I plan on it. I plan on it. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Literally.
whoa.
Yes.
But but yeah, it's oh man. Get that playlist ready. Whew, man. All right, switching gears, and I mean that literally. Juneteenth. This is Juneteenth
hmm
weekend. I work in the financial world, so I do see the public a lot. And, being in the financial world, we are closed on every federal holiday. And I've probably heard it at least once a day ever since we have put the sign up that we'll be closed. Like, well, why are you guys closed on Friday? It's Juneteenth. The hell is that? And you
hmm
already know who it is.
hmm
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, if y'all would just did the right fucking thing, it would have just came down and told us that slavery was over. This shit wouldn't have happened. So if y'all would did
Right.
the right thing in the beginning, you wouldn't have to worry about it. So deal with it. Shit. Like again, I don't want to have a whole spill on or give any energy from the show to racist, but Christina, I know that Juneteenth is something that you have celebrated before and that you really do enjoy. What does it mean to you? Like, what do you plan on doing this weekend?
I think it's a great thing that now we are getting the holiday off as an actual holiday over these years, and it has changed. And people are, I think, some people are choosing not to know and understand Juneteenth because it hasn't been a holiday to others for years. So we know
Hmm.
that's happening, but for us to get the recognition to actually have the holiday off. And then, us as black folks, we gonna celebrate anything and everything because we love to have a celebration. So whether it's a cookout, whether it's an actual event, free events they have. I know down here they having so many events. They having farmer markets. They're having like R&B nights and things of that nature. They're having day parties to celebrate. They're having read-alongs for kids to be able to come to because kids are out of school now. So they're doing some
Hmm.
smaller things for kids, having the play areas and all that stuff. So, us, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time. And I think also the other good thing is it is around right now. It's the same time as Father's Day. So a lot of fathers are out with their kids celebrating, teaching them and everything of that nature. I know the art museum here has something going on. So
I'm
Wallace,
sorry.
why are you
Oh no,
laughing?
no,
What you
no.
laughing
Because
for?
when you just said a lot of kids are out with their fathers, I just also thought a lot of kids are gonna be out and they're gonna run into their father. You know what I mean? So I'm
Listen,
sorry.
listen, listen. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
let them find out and live their lives. So, but yeah, I
Uh,
think with the fact that we are trying to celebrate and preserve our history and show our
mhm.
history that is more than just slavery, and the ending of slavery and what we know. So I think we're doing a good job in putting that information out there. It's just up to others to absorb it and understand it. Some are choosing to, some just choosing not to.
And with you being in Texas, that's pretty significant because even before this was a national holiday, Texas has always celebrated Juneteenth. It may not, I'm positive it hasn't been recognized as a state holiday down there, but it was definitely recognized amongst Black people and allies that Juneteenth was a pretty, significant day. Well before this became a holiday, not just in Texas. Well, Texas, it was more prevalent, but then it started
Hmm.
spreading throughout the South, and Atlanta always had, I would say, since the '90s, has had a pretty significant, and if not before, Juneteenth celebration. So it was also highlighted in. I feel like that's when the steam kind of started picking up around like 2018 was when Atlanta was out. And do you remember that Juneteenth episode, Chris, from the series Atlanta?
Oh yeah, the series,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
that's like around the time like when everything kind of like really started jumping off in terms of just the overall recognition because you had people in the Midwest. I was familiar with the actual celebration of it, but just some of the significance behind it, I didn't find out, a lot of the different things that go on throughout the country until I saw that episode and it piqued my interest and made me kind of look more into it and, familiarize myself with it. But I definitely think, there have been some pop culture things that have helped put it on the map. Do you have any plans for Juneteenth, Chris?
Not particularly. I don't. Just scheduling wise, I will be working
Hmm.
on Juneteenth and Father's Day for that matter. But
Hmm.
yeah, the history with it, the educating yourself as well as the youth about exactly what it is and why it is significant is important. And yeah,
Yeah,
Well, Chris,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
be outside for the both of us. Okay, I'm
hey,
starting tomorrow.
cheers.
Lord have
Cheers to
mercy.
that.
Lord have mercy. Like Jesus, you
I was supposed to do shit. I ain't had no kid.
like. I mean, I
I
get
was
it.
single.
Like,
Well, that's the time you're supposed to be outside.
Exactly. Exactly.
oh, this
Now, if
might be
I
her.
was saying I'm gonna be outside, then that you'd be looking at me
Yeah, I mean,
sideways.
this might be her last Juneteenth free. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy
You
it.
listen.
Yeah, go
Ain't
ahead
nobody
and do
getting
it.
me.
Yeah. Again, a happy Juneteenth to everybody listening to this. Again, it is one of those things. I'm happy that it's a federal holiday and that it does get the recognition it deserves. Again, take part in some of the activities that are going on. I'm sure in every major city there's some celebration going on. I know here in the Midwest in St. Louis, there's going to be a lot of different things going on. And also in Chicago, there's going to be a lot going on. I think Dave Chappelle is in Chicago this
Dang.
weekend. Somebody else, it's a lot going on. I was actually mad that I was going to be here and not up there because while I was up there a weekend ago, it was already, you could feel it. The Obama Library is opening up as well. So
Mm.
it's a lot going on in Chicago. It's going to be, and it's yacht
Yeah.
weekend too. It's also yacht weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
They about to have a time.
man, it's about to.
Will be had.
Yes, Jack Boys will be out. We are gonna come
Mm.
up. So enjoy that. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the festivities, and again, we wish you all the best on that. Now, just kind of jumping into our discussion on signature shoes. There's been a lot of news in terms of signature shoes this weekend. Not this weekend, but I'm sorry, this week. It looks like that Shea Gildress, SGA, is going to be leaving Converse and signing with Nike. And just for a little clarification on that, Converse is a company that is owned by Nike. So and Shea was a Nike athlete before he signed with Converse. So I think that this was just kind of a thing where that Nike wanted to build up the Converse brand because, Converses are what they are. They don't really come out with anything new. It's just your typical Chuck Taylors. They may come out with a new iteration of it every now and then, but I think that was a move just to boost the brand. Now that Shea is a two-time MVP, they are going to be moving him back over to the Nike side. So he is going to have a Nike signature shoe within the near future. I would assume that it would be soon because I mean the one has pretty much had its run. Do you think that this is something that's been in the moves for a minute, Chris?
Probably so. Being that Nike owns Converse, so I mean, it's like I'm sure the tooling and everything from that Converse, his signature shoe with Converse probably is on the Nike side. Probably got some form of Nike technology in it. It just kind of leads me to believe that Nike may be selling off Converse here soon.
Mm.
Just because Shea is that they're at the only Converse athlete that of note. I mean, Peyton Pritchard is a Converse athlete, and I only know that because I'm a Celtic fan if he plays for the Celtics. But I mean, they don't really have any other athletes of significance that wears Converse. So they're just, I just thought, well, maybe they're about to, sell off Converse. And Shea's second signature shoe will probably be when the season starts. It's got to be. It's got to
Yeah,
be
I
when the season
mean,
starts.
I just wouldn't imagine he's gonna wear the same signature shoe 2 seasons in a row.
Right, right, right.
It just
So
doesn't.
that would be, yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah, and funny that you say that. I'm looking at a website. Let me see. It's a couple of websites where it's popping up. That they're asking the same question that you asking: Is Nike going to sell Converse? That's kind of like the
Yeah,
talk of sneakers, the actual sneaker community right now. So
yeah,
I don't think that it would be a bad move for Nike right now because what is Converse doing for your bottom line? I mean, it's probably
Mm-hmm.
the same amount of revenue every year. You're not
hmm
growing the brand. You're not doing anything to innovate it. And Converse is one of those brand stores that you really shouldn't do anything to innovate it. The product is what it is. You have your
yeah,
classic Chuck Taylors. That's what people love. That's what people, go. It's a go-to shoe for a lot of people. They just want a casual shoe to throw on. For me, it's one of the most uncomfortable shoes I've ever wore in my life. Um, you won't catch me in a pair of Chuck Taylors often, maybe every blue moon.
I
But
can't remember the last time I had some on my feet, actually.
yeah, it's just one of those things towards that it is what it is. And you saw the same thing with Adidas when they sold Reebok. Like, what are
Yeah,
you if you're not doing anything with the brand? why keep it? You know, it's just especially with the way things are going now in terms of just um prices going up. You know, everything's expensive. So if you can get something for Converse, so
Yeah.
I just don't know who the hell want to buy it. I would assume maybe that parent company that Shaq was partnered with that bought Reebok. Maybe I can't think of their name, but let me see. Christina, what do you think about it?
Um, I That's a good question if Nike is going to sell Converse because Nike had bought Converse back in 2003, and at the time I believe Converse was going bankrupt at that time, and that's why they acquired them. And then they really acquired, I think on the other end, Nike acquired them for their, technology because I believe
Mhm.
at that time Converse had I forgot the technology Converse had, but back, and then also to kind of diversify their footprint because Nike was, really known for just basketball. That gave them another level of shoes to have people, but a lot of people didn't know Nike owned Converse for many, many years because Converse still displayed under the Converse name, and that was in the contract that they will always keep their name, which is a big thing for major companies like that instead of like them taking them under because Converse is a household name. I think the technology that Nike they did it to get the technology of like the lunar sole. That's what it was because they start putting
Mm.
that in all of like their running shoes and things like that. So you have to acquire them to get that technology. And then of course once they did that, they put it in their shoes. They didn't necessarily need it in Converse because Converse were known for being flat, not comfortable. You don't need the cushion. They did come out with some of those shoes that had that stuff, but I think Converse just end up falling right back into their regular Chuck Taylors. People wear, I think they do get a spike every now and then in the fitness community because then people in fitness like, well, the best flat shoes to lift in are Chuck Taylors. They're flat, which is true. But then Nike came out with lifting shoes. So then that cuts into Converse's, uh people buying them for that reason because now you can buy lifting shoes that are literally the same as a pair of Converse and super flat. So Nike might sell them. I don't know who's going to buy them, but I think this was very, strategic back in the day to get them for their technology. And now they're like, you almost a lost cause. We got you for everything that we needed you for at this point, and they can let them go. Cause I think they get rid of Kohan.
Kohan, yeah, they
Kohan,
did
yeah, a
sell.
couple years ago.
Kohan used to be one of the better dress shoes on the
Yeah,
market, and Nike bought them, and their brand went to shit.
shit,
Um,
literally
I
went to shit. They
I
did nothing
I
with them.
I haven't bought a pair of Kohans in. I think the last pair of Kohans I bought because I wear dress shoes Monday through Friday. Shit, it was probably in 2013 was the last pair of Kohans I bought, and I think that was. Let me see.
I think when Nike bought them, the other thing what Nike was doing back in the day, they were trying to take out these other shoe brands no matter what,
Oh
and
wow.
then also trying to diversify in the same, but they didn't do anything with these brands that they acquired enough. I think they could have I don't feel like Chuck Taylor's could have been a brand that they could really expand upon because it's
Mhm.
just a household name. It's the same thing. It's just like their pair of Air Forces. You know what you're getting with a pair of Air Forces. You aren't going to get them because they're new. You're going to get them because you know them. It's a household brand. Oh, I need a white pair. Oh, I need a black pair. Same with Converse. Oh, I need a red pair. I need a black pair just to go with the outfit or something like that. But I think now there's more brands with culture into the sneaker community that
Mhm.
Chucks are just not there. People are just finding something else to put on regardless.
And let me kind of correct myself, because Nike is actually they bought Kohan in 1988. I
Dang,
had
that's when
no
I was
idea that it
born.
was that long. Yeah, I had
Wow,
no idea
yeah.
that it was that long.
I think
So
I barely found out when we worked there that they own them.
yeah,
It was like they told us and we were
so
like, oh, okay.
so my take on that is my take was a bad take. Nike. When I bought my Kohans, I used to get by Kohans a lot. I think I owned in my lifetime probably like 8 pair of Kohans. They were known as good shoes, and I think toward the end was kind of when people were getting kind of fed up with some of the things that were being done with the brand. Um, I personally didn't have an issue with the shoes that I bought, but just from a quality of, I won't say quality, but just from a look standpoint, they weren't coming out with anything of significance that really inspired me to buy them. I mean, I kind of shifted more to a Johnson& and Murphy, which is kind of like that mid-level shoe, Johnson& and Murphy. And they always have stores just about everywhere. And then Allen Edmond, that's probably my high end shoe that I go to. Maybe every now and then I see a to boot New York that I like. Allen Edmonds and Johnson Murphy, those are pretty much the only dress shoes that I typically wear now. Yeah, Kohan was definitely one of their one of the companies that they bought. I just think that Nike's kind of trying to sell off everything that they can because they are struggling right now. Their stock price is literally it's pretty low compared to when they were there, how when they were selling everything.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
last time that I looked at the stock, it was yes, $44 as of right now
Oh.
as we record this episode. It's $44.19. That
Mm.
is down. If we go back 5 years, the Nike share at its peak at the highest value was 177.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
so if you
That's a
were
huge drop.
invested in Nike, back in 2021, you looked at your portfolio. For some reason, you have not looked at your portfolio since 2021. I wouldn't open it again.
I think the
Yeah,
other thing with
yeah.
Kohans, you gotta think about how the corporate world has changed, where a lot of corporate has changed to business casual. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to have the nice dress shoes, this dress down Friday, so you wear sneakers or Chuck Taylors.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever pair of shoes you come in, I think that's the other shift in at least that brand particularly that, you don't have to go to work with in dress shoes. You can almost get away with almost anything, it seems like, in corporate at this point, as long as you look clean,
Shit,
realistically.
long as you are in person, they don't,
Mhm.
w- they don't care anymore. It seems like. I mean, in my
Mhm.
my particular bank, we still dress up. We don't have off day, but I know at other banks they have jean days on Fridays. A lot of credit unions have gone to casual wear every day. So it's one of those things to I don't really get to wear my tennis shoes to work. So it's just when I get to wear my nice dress shoes, and I have just about I don't have as many dress shoes as I have as tennis shoes, but I mean I got about 15 pair that I rotate. I've been lucky enough to work at some good shoe stores and get, some pretty significant discounts. Chris, I know you get to wear your stuff every day pretty much.
Every
That's
day.
Yes.
But you
yeah,
know how
that's
earlier he just said, "Oh, Imma just
yes.
undead stock these."
Yeah,
He slid that
casually, just
in, like, just
yeah.
casually threw that in there. I ain't
Yeah.
wanna
Hmm.
say nothing, but, you know.
I mean, sometimes you just hold on to stuff a little while. So, and I just happen to hold on those a little longer than I typically do. So it's about time.
It's only been what, a year, a little bit over a year.
No, no, it's been a little
Cause
longer
they
than
can't.
that.
No, they came out in January. That was January last year. It was January last year, so it's been like a year and a half, almost.
Okay, a year and 6 months.
Yeah, it's been a year and a half. They came. They different because
Well, see, I've been at the
it.
Galleria a year, so it just seemed like I've had them since I bought them when I was at South County. So,
Okay, yeah, it's been a year now because they can't. Because remember, they released them when West County opened up. They finally got their shipment in allocation in. So yeah, that was crazy.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't. Again, Shea shoe. I'm curious to see what Nike's gonna do. I did see
yeah,
one of the design concepts for his logo, and it was pretty smooth. I think that Nike has done pretty good with their designs. It had the two Nike emblems kind of lined up together in the shape of a S, like going opposite ways,
yeah.
which I thought was dope. So I'm pretty sure the shoe will have some kind of semblance going along with that. And we'll just see what it's called. I don't know if they're gonna call it, maybe the shade too. Who knows? But we will
Yeah.
see. I'm definitely curious as to see what's gonna happen. Speaking of signature shoes, Caitlin Clark's signature shoe finally surfaced. She wore it during a practice, and once that got out and hit, the sneaker blogs and the websites, Nike just went ahead and announced it. And from what I'm looking at, that is a nice. Her signature shoe is nice. It is very simplistic, but I like it. I really do.
I ain't mad at it. I like to see it in hand, just to, but I ain't mad at it. It's not. I mean, it's safe.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
know.
would imagine that it's super lightweight. It looks like it's definitely very Kobe like because she loves playing
Mm.
in Kobe. So I would imagine it's definitely take some design concepts from that since she's been wearing Kobe's her entire since she's been at Iowa. She's wore
Yeah.
Kobe's.
Yeah.
Christina,
Yeah.
have you seen the shoe? It is all blue shoe. So I thought that would
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
I'm looking at
excite
it.
you.
I'm not the biggest Caitlin Clark player. I'm not a hater, but just she's not
That's understandable.
my favorite player. But this is all blue shoe. She might get me on the ropes with this one. I ain't gonna lie. She might get a couple dollars out of me for this one because that's my color. So it looks good. I think the other thing with this, I like Kobe's myself. I like hooping in Kobe's majority of the time. So I think this might also be a comfortable shoe to wear
Cool.
casually. With it being a little bit geared towards, Kobe's
Mhm.
low top. You can see how the ankle part goes down around the ankle because Kobe always, a lot of his shoes were like that as well. So
Mhm.
I think it looks good looking shoe, favorite color. So she might get my coin. Okay, she might get my coin.
Well, she's definitely gonna get my coin. I mean, I won't say like I'm a super fan. I do, like her game. I've seen a lot of her interviews and stuff, and she seems like a pretty decent person. She stood up for a couple of causes that I do support. So I overall like her as an individual. Um, as far as the shoe go, like I said, yeah, I like the design. I am super satisfied with it. Uh, I'm just not satisfied with the price. It used to
Oh,
be
what's the
your
price?
first 140.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay,
just
that's like a
I
second
did
or
not.
third shoe.
Yeah, like what is Nike? I get that prices are going up, but every Nike shoe, like the first shoe is typically 110, 110, 115. That's
Somewhere. Yeah.
typically 120. Maybe a special edition would be like 130, but yeah, like what is going on? Like is that no? I don't I mean, Asia's first shoe, it came out, sold out quick. That pink one, it
That
was
pink one
gone.
was
It was
gone.
gone. And funny thing is that they restocked it probably maybe 6 or 7 months later, and it just set. It was crazy. So I was able to get it once it restocked. So I'm definitely gonna try to get these, but they're gonna sell out without question.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
And
it
that's
ain't
probably why
it.
they put it at that price because they know like 140. They gonna buy it anyway.
It
She
ain't
has
just
a huge following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't just sneakerheads. It's she has a following from all, different types of walks of life. So
yeah.
it's really gonna be hard to get her shoe. Um I don't know. It's kind of one of those things to where it's that I think her shoe's gonna do better than Asia's.
I I
That's
think it will on a somewhat unfortunate note. No, I think it will do better than hers, but I think Asia has led the forefront so that some of these other players as women can come behind. And obviously, the goal is not for these players just like, to stay the same, there's a level of elevation. So with Asia's shoe, I think it did great. It did absolutely great. It helped change the game a little bit more for women in the WNBA. Um Obviously Caitlin Clark, her impact on the WNBA helped change, even though Asia Wilson has been in the WNBA much longer. I think plus the younger Caitlin Clark has that little bit of a younger crowd versus Asia's
Mhm.
older, and people are noticing Asia who are the younger crowd who looks to spend money a little bit more don't really know Asia as much. Whereas Caitlin Clark seemed like she was so significant coming out of college, and that's that age where those kids are like spin, spin, spin. Whereas people our age, no Asia, we get it for the love of Asia and things of that nature. So,
And I
I
do
think it's
want to
gonna
say on
sell.
this podcast, we are pretty much, I can say this unanimously. We love Asia Wilson. Like
Yeah, absolutely,
Hell yeah.
I think she's dope. Like
absolutely.
I really do like watching her play and just all her off the court stuff. Um, she's dope. And it's kind of surprising to me that her second shoe, I feel like that Nike produced more this go around. They initially produced more because her first shoe is sitting. It's you can get the first shoe. There's a full size run on JDSports.com.
The one
The two
of the two.
Asia's,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I have the two. I have the one and I have the two. The one I told you I tried it on. I couldn't even get my foot in it. It was that
Your
tight,
feet,
and I was like,
your feet shouldn't be so dang on fat. You said you
they
lost 10
not. It's
pounds
not.
doing
It's
COVID,
not.
but your back big. It's still
It's not.
big.
It's not. First of all, it's not. It's not fat Hagrid. And it's just in the reviews, the shoe is super narrow. I mean, it's a very narrow shoe.
Or y'all need to lose some
No.
weight.
At the end of the day, like I put the second one on, and the second one is super comfortable. It still molds itself like it grips your foot and keeps it in place, but it's a super comfortable shoe. I was overall impressed and satisfied with the second one. And the colors. Like there's a blue color that came out about 3 weeks ago. That blue shoe, that's a nice like general release shoe.
You
And
must
she
got your
got
shoe in a
some.
wide this time, huh?
Nah, I definitely didn't get it in a wide, but
Special edition wide. That's he got connects.
when you go, I ain't even gonna go there, but I ain't even gonna go there. I almost went nuclear, but no, it's one of those things to where is that we've been talking about signature shoes, and we haven't even mentioned Sabrina's signature shoe. Her fourth shoe is coming out, and I can't remember if one of you all said it or if I was talking to someone, but someone said that her shoes always look alike.
I said it.
The fourth one looks completely different.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, it really does. I don't know if you've seen it, but
let me look at this mug. Let me pull it. I have it. So
Listen, I done pulled it up myself again, and
you can see the difference.
I'm on Chris' side. They definitely all looking alike. So yeah,
I get.
Man, come on, stop playing with me.
That mug it looks too similar from one shoe to the next.
Look, I get the difference between, well, not the difference, but people saying that the Sabrina 1 and the Sabrina 2 looks alike. I will agree with you on that. They did look very similar. The 2 and the 3, I saw
There's
the
a
difference. I saw the difference.
But then they go right back to the same thing for the 4.
I think that's a completely different. It's just
put your glasses on.
No, I like the 4, and again, I didn't like the 3.
It looks exactly like the 2.
I was about to say,
but again, she's another fan of Kobe. She was a big Kobe fan, and Kobe, actually endorsed her. So her shoes are going to be similar to Kobe's. What did Kobe's line look like after the 3? All Kobe's looked alike. All Kobe's looked alike after the 3. You can't tell me that they didn't.
I don't know about all that. But hers look exactly alike. It's literally hers look exactly alike.
The Kobe 4,
except for her 3. Her 3 is the only one that look different. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 4 looks exactly the same.
So if you have the low top version of every Kobe, which there's only the 9 and the 10 that have the high top version. If you put the low top version of every Kobe in order from the 4 through the AD, they look alike. They're literally the same shoe.
Listen, put your glasses on. I'm not listening to you anymore without them.
I'm telling you, as many Kobe's as I've had, they look alike.
I just think they're staying real safe with these shoes, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're just they're putting something out. Yeah, putting something out, keeping it safe.
Yeah,
people gonna buy them. I don't think the material and the quality of some of the shoes are as good as they used to be, of course.
Well,
But
I mean, I stood corrected on Ja's shoe. I saw like the other colorways that Ja had for his fourth shoe. That green one, that one alone had me. I like the four. It ain't my favorite Ja. The three will always gonna be probably my favorite Ja. But that four, I will at least get that green one. I liked it. So I thought that, it was a little different. I mean, but look what Nike's doing with KD's signature shoe. That's really different. The 19, what is that? The 19?
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean,
different.
it does. It does. It is very different. But he's like the only one too.
I
yeah.
mean, LeBron shoe is always
Really similar.
Yep.
LeBron not to me.
Devin Booker,
Oh,
and his
Devin Booker,
one and two,
that's the same shoe.
the same shoe.
That's really the same damn shoe. They talking about book one and book two. I was like,
That's the book one
that's
and a
just a
half.
different that's
Shit.
just a different color, just a different cover, same book.
Yeah.
Like,
So
fuck, you
yeah,
can't fool me. That's just a re-release, an updated version, like for modern day. Like, what?
it's the
No,
hardback and paperback.
yeah, basically, like, no, it ain't no,
It's bullshit.
yeah, it ain't no difference
Whatever.
in that, and it shows because the book twos are not selling.
Right.
Some of the, like, quote unquote, like when they do the collabs, I don't even know. Like, I know that I saw that McDonald's shoe that he got. You could have got that at 4 on Saturday. So I just don't see it in terms of like books line lasting. And I don't want to say it like this because I don't want it to seem like I'm rooting for this to happen, but just me looking on the outside, looking in and going back from looking at the history of Nike, Devin Booker shoe reminds me, and it definitely gives the vibes of the Paul George line. And I feel like that he's going to get probably to the end of his contract, like he's going to get that third or fourth shoe, and Nike going to quietly just sunset his signature line.
Yeah. Yeah, as they
I,
should.
I
If it
just,
doesn't improve, I mean,
Yeah.
it's still got time. They're only on two, but I mean, it still got time to.
The three would have to be significantly better because shit, Josh shoe wasn't the Ja first shoe was like it made some noise. I mean, it was just basic. Everybody was like, okay, he came out with some very creative colorways, and then that second one looked like a Nike trainer. Just being
Yeah,
honest, it did nothing. But when that three came out,
yeah,
when
that
I
saved it.
first saw that three, it was like that's tough. So
Yeah,
I'll give him to his third shoe. If his third shoe is trash or looks similar to that one and two, if the book three looks like the book two, miss me. And I don't own a pair of books. I've heard that they are good to hoop in, but
they super comfortable. I tried them on, but I didn't purchase them, but I did try.
yeah,
I have tried them on.
yeah, it's just it hasn't been something where it's like I gotta get. I do like that he's very creative with his line. He always has something to where is that he's he did the Forrest Gump, the Nike Cortez Forrest Gumps. He always does some nice colorway with the shoes that I like, and I think that's dope. That he's kind of pushes the envelope on that front, but yeah, I mean, shit, Nike got to come with it because shit, who else? Kay Cunningham has a signature coming out. Do you all feel like that the signature crowd, like at Nike, is like oversaturated?
A little bit, but I think they also, just trying to have enough signature shoes out there to bring in revenue because these are things that people are going to buy. So I think so, but
I think
Well,
that's another reason why Steph didn't sign. Go.
they also have to search. They have to search for their next generation
Yeah,
of players, and they going for the job, which could be very well the next generation. Cade could be the next generation. Shea now is the next generation because I mean, LeBron is on his way out now. Will his line continue after he retires? I mean, who knows? KD is on the other side of it. I can't see his line surviving after he retires or whatever. But those guys are, on the other side of their career. So they're looking for that next generation. So
just to
yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
just to kind of piggyback off what you say, I think KD's line, where it may not continue as producing like newer models, KD can live off of like retros. There are so many
Mm,
KDs that are iconic that I think that he can retro them, and I think that LeBron can do the same. I think that LeBron will still come out with signatures because he, again, let me not say that because I don't know. Just be honest, I don't know with the way that Nike's going. They could just start retroing a lot of their numbers. I mean, hell, you're gonna have 23 different models to choose from when it's all said and done from probably both lines. You might as well just, make the money, re-release the shoes, and go from there. I do think that in terms of the actual retro lines, I think that Shea will probably be, their top shoe. And hell, Ja got to get his, on the court shit together.
Yeah.
Whatever he got going on with Memphis because, he's, could fall off. So
Yeah.
I hope that, he gets to a team that is actually going to play him because a lot of that ain't, he made some decisions, off the court that weren't the best decisions, but, hopefully he gets his career back in terms of where he gets to a team where he can play, he feels comfortable, and he thrives because I definitely don't want to see his line in anytime soon. So yeah, we pretty much will be on the lookout for that. Like I said, the Caitlin Clark, her first signature shoe is going to drop on October 1st. So we got a little minute
Mm.
before that comes. But yes, October 1st is going to be the day that those drop. Again, it's a cop for me. Christina said that because of Blue, she's leaning towards getting it, Chris. I know that's, I kind of know your answer, but is a cop for
You
you?
just want me to say it? Nah.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
You don't do too many Nike basketball shoes anyway. I can't think of any
No,
Nike basketball shoes.
nope. I got some Tatums. I mean, that's Jordan.
Yeah, I mean that. I understand that. Like, yeah, that
But
makes sense.
no,
But
no Nike. No, I don't. Basketball, no.
yeah, Christine, I know that they have what is it, a sneaker ball that's coming up, an art show that's coming up soon. That is something that we definitely want to get into. Tell the audience a little bit more about that.
This is gonna be a sneaker ball art show. They are having it in Houston, not necessarily Dallas. Um, and they've had one in Dallas before. I didn't attend at that time. It was last year. This year they're having one in Houston. I think it's a cool event for people to because usually it's a charity event most of the time when they have
Mm,
these type of events. So that's the good part about it. But I know back in the day they just had like sneaker balls just in general. I went to one back
mm,
home in St. Louis before. But I think them turning it more into a charity event instead of just an event to show up and socialize is going for good cause. This is typically in the black community for these things, and they're adding art shows to these sneaker balls so people can come bid on art for different charities, different nonprofits, and things of that nature. So I think the way they are doing it now is a really good way to raise funding for these events here to go to different programs for a lot of it's usually for the youth. That I've
mm.
noticed that the programs or nonprofits is for the youth or homelessness and things of that nature. So I think it's a good thing. I don't think I would go to a sneaker ball that's just a sneaker ball. Like I feel like it with the cause behind it makes me like, oh, like that's more something I would consider than just showing up in a expensive dress or a nice looking dress and some sneakers.
Yeah, I think I've been to two sneaker balls. Pretty much it. One was for my daughter's school, and then the other was an event that somebody was putting on. I think I was in DC. But I always have a good time at sneaker balls, and this is the one opportunity I had to bust out something that's dead stock. To me, a sneaker ball, you can't go wrong with a pair of Jordan 11s. That should be pretty much
True.
the go-to go-to shoe for anybody who doesn't know what to wear to a sneaker ball. You can never go wrong with a pair of Jordan 11s. Chris, have you been to any sneaker balls?
I've been to at least two, and one of them was like more of like a sneaker birthday party for a kid. So
No, bro.
it was more
I
so
got you.
that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it would be dope if we had one here in St. Louis. I just don't. I'm pretty sure I know that have had them, but to have a big one of significance would be pretty dope. It's always good. I'm definitely an avid fan of art, so I would definitely be interested in going to something like that. Unfortunately, I did find out last minute in our production meeting. When is that actual event that you're?
Oh, let
Isn't it
me.
next weekend?
I think it's
'Cause
next weekend. It's after Juneteenth. They're not doing it
Mhm.
the same weekend as Juneteenth. It's after Juneteenth, if I'm not mistaken.
That's dope.
Yeah, I definitely would, be interested if it's something that was here. I would definitely jump on the opportunity to go to that.
You know, SneakerCon is going to be here in
Yes,
July.
July 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
I will
So
actually be there.
I am looking forward to that.
Yep, I will actually be down there. So,
You gonna bring your big bag?
yeah, bring my big bag. I'm also bring two of my cousins to jump you.
Listen, I got a pretty face. I can't deal with being jumped. Okay, I got a pretty face. Nah,
They're gonna wear your ass out.
face too pretty. Can't do that one.
Nope.
Oh man. But yeah, while you looking for that, I do want to talk about something that when I'm making the production or the schedule for the episode, I try not to talk about anything that would make any other host uncomfortable. And with that
That's
being
a
said,
lie.
I don't want to spend too much time
That
on
is
this.
a bold-faced lie. I ain't gonna let you slide past that. That's a
No,
bold-faced lie.
I
Just
just know
so
where he
you
going.
know.
I don't. Again, I don't want to dwell on this. And Christina, you can hold your grievances because that is true. I take your feelings into consideration when I'm making the schedule. I always ask for you all's feedback and opinion. This is a democracy. We work together. We're a team. So I always ask. And this one I kind of threw out there because, again, we have to talk about it. It's the culture. So,
Sure.
as everyone knows, the New York Knicks finally did it. They beat the San Antonio Spurs 4-1 in the
Yeah.
NBA Finals. And I had to be completely honest. Before this finals got started, I said on this show that whoever won the West, that was the NBA Finals. I said that. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be the first person to say I was wrong. And I'm okay with being wrong. Because it didn't matter to me who won anyway.
Yeah.
I will say I am a quote unquote, I'm a LeBron fan. It made me no difference who won. I was just happy to see good basketball. I just didn't expect it to be a gentleman's sweep. I didn't like New York's way. Did not expect that.
Yeah. San Antonio was up almost every game as far as 30 points in one game, I would say.
Yeah.
And then
What was that?
how
That
do
was
you
San
game.
Antonio was up 70% of the playing time.
Yeah.
They were up 70% of it.
And then
That's
Yeah.
crazy as hell.
Yeah.
That's
They were
a
up double
crazy
digits.
ass stat.
Yeah.
how do you drop the
Yeah.
ball being up 70% of the game? Like, how do you let that happen? There's
When
no
That
fight.
somebody
youth
There's
on your
no
came
team
to
nothing.
that
bite them in
is
the butt. Seriously. That
you
youth and
literally have somebody on
inexperience.
your team that
Mm-hmm.
is what is Wembley's height? Wembley is what? 7
something.
Wemby is like
7'4"?
7'5", 7'6".
Yeah, 6.
There's no
Yeah.
there's no way
7'7".
there's no way that you should lose a basketball game when you're they were about 29. That was game 4. And
Yeah.
what's that game? That was game 4. Yeah.
That was that game 4?
Yeah, it was game 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I knew when they lost that game, it was over with.
Yeah.
You can't mentally come back
Yeah.
from that.
You
There's
cannot.
no way because it's always in your head. Like you start playing tight. I mean, if you up by anything, as soon as they make 2 or 3 baskets in a row, you get tight. You freeze up, the pressure's on, and then you got when you were in New York, that was
Ooh, I
crazy
know
as
that
hell.
crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I remember I was literally walking in. I was at my cousin's dinner, and I saw that they were up by 29. I looked at the clock and I said, "Oh shit!" I was like, "It's just the beginning of the fourth quarter. They still got time." I don't trust the Knicks in terms of being down and staying down. There's something
No.
about Jalen Brunson, and once he get going, he hit 2 or 3 shots that he shouldn't hit, and after that, it's like everybody else can't miss.
Mm-hmm.
I just like AG. He can't miss after like Jalen starts get going, and then you get Jalen going. Jalen starts drawing a double team. He's able to get it to Ant, who's crashing the boards. And it's like they just turn into a completely different fucking team. And I just don't I just didn't see after that second game, I thought, okay, San Antonio is gonna get 2 on the road. But again,
I thought so too.
I was shocked. I didn't expect it to go the way that it went. I didn't.
Nah,
Yeah.
neither did I. But
Yeah, so New York is I know Batman is tired. I know
they
he's
had
tired.
like
You
they had like what 6 stabbings, 75
They
arrests.
wildin'.
They
that
just
was like you damn near needed the Avengers in fucking New York.
I'm
Yeah.
glad they didn't win in New York.
In
I
New
think it
York.
would
I
be
said that.
worse if they would have won in New
Oh my
York.
God.
Oh
You wouldn't
my
have been able you
God.
wouldn't have had enough police officers to keep those people out of the stadium, out of
Mm-mm.
Madison Square Garden. You wouldn't have had enough police. And I was also happy that they won in San Antonio because my boy Charles Oakley got to celebrate with them. Because
yeah,
Yep.
he ain't allowed in Madison Square Garden,
yeah.
He's
James
still
Dolan.
banned.
That's the only reason I didn't want New York to win is because I didn't want James Dolan bitch ass to get a championship. The fans have wanted him to sell that team for so long, and now
No.
he got a reason to stay, keep the team. I don't care for James. I don't care for him at all. But he was smart when he got Leon Rose, Worldwide West in there, and they started running the Knicks. You saw a completely different um change in just the way they operated, and they needed that because they were a fucking mess for years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and already you see the talk. Or Jalen one ring is more than KD two, or that one ring is more than LeBron four. Man, shut the fuck up. It's a
Mm-hmm.
ring.
Well, yeah, yeah. He did what he was
It
supposed to do.
it's proven that you could have the best team in the league. You are not guaranteed to win. How
True.
many times has the best team actually won in the NBA the last 10 years? It's only been like 2 or 3
One.
times.
Anybody
Yeah.
can get beat on any
No, I'm
given
just
day.
about to say.
Shut up, man.
Yeah.
Like it's only been like two or three times that like the best team record wise of not I won't even say record wise because record with
Yeah, that don't
everybody
matter.
with the way everybody rests and stuff, you can't really focus on the regular season record. It's just getting the playoffs. So on paper, the best teams have not always won because hell, when Boston won their championship, I saw no way that I was like, there's nobody that can beat Boston. Boston just had a team. And I didn't
Yeah.
anticipate them losing the same way I didn't anticipate OKC losing. I didn't see
Yeah.
who could beat OKC. If you would have looked at it this time last year after they won, you was thinking, who the hell could beat OKC? And then the Spurs came out of literally nowhere. Nobody
Yep.
expected the
Yeah.
Spurs to be where in the finals this year. Nobody had them picked. So you don't know what could happen next year. Like the Knicks, for all we know, the Knicks could potentially be in a play-in tournament.
Could happen.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
It could
Possibility.
happen. I mean,
You
the
just never
San
know.
Antonio is just ahead of schedule. They're very much ahead of schedule. Their youth, inexperience, first year
It showed.
coach, all of that showed
Show.
in the fourth quarter because in the fourth quarters, I mean, they were dominant in the first halves, third quarters, they were okay. That fourth quarter, they were winded. They freaking fell
That's
apart.
as an organization, that's San Antonio fault because they should have had Pop walk his ass down there.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, let him coach the
Shit,
fourth quarter.
Pop could barely
Shit.
walk. Shit.
That still would have been better than the coach that they had. Shit, the fourth quarter. Shit, wheel his
And
ass
then
down there.
you got to think they played a full series right before they end up playing the Knicks, where the Knicks came out with fresh legs.
Yeah,
But
the
they
Knicks.
the Spurs came out playing like they had fresh legs and going up 20, 30 points and then chilling.
I mean, the Knicks did. The Knicks really had a cakewalk. They were playing a James Harden led team. I wouldn't anything associated with James Harden. I don't want no parts of. Like I don't even want to go there.
But that's
I don't even want.
the general manager fault of that whole debacle with Cleveland. That's the general manager.
You think that they shouldn't even made that trade?
Hell no. I mean, you're in charge of a basketball organization. The previous season, you get to the playoffs. You had the best season in the playoffs. I mean, you had the best season period that you've had in a long time since probably LeBron. You were number one in the East. and you just feel a bit short. So you need to get someone to help you get over the hump. And the person you go get to get you over the hump in the playoffs, because regular season, you've proven that you can handle that. So you go get somebody to help you get over the hump in the playoffs. You go get James Harden.
Yeah, I think they made a mistake. Like they called the right number, they just didn't ask for the right person.
Who
They
should
meant
they
to ask
ask
for
for?
Kawhi. They should ask for Kawhi.
They might have asked for Kawhi, and they probably got hung up on. They were like, "Get the fuck out
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I don't know,
But
like that. Yeah, because James Harden didn't do shit defensively either. So
he never does.
yeah, that was. We gonna see. Hell, we gonna have to have an episode just talking about where the fuck could people land? Cause shit, I don't
It's
know.
gonna be a hell of an off season for real.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck can LeBron go. You think like the Lakers, they gotta pay. I understand the Austin Reeves thing. I just don't see him as a max level player.
The Lakers do.
I just don't see
That's
it.
why that's why Wallace don't make the big bucks.
I don't see look, I just don't see him. He's I don't know. I just wouldn't. Then again, they do shit in the NBA all the time. And I ain't hating on Austin Reeves, like get your bag. Um We'll see. But with all that being said, shout out to the Knicks for winning their first title and it's been 50 fucking years. So
Yeah.
we will see who comes out next year. We'll have this talk next year. All right. With that being said, we are going to wrap this episode up. Chris, what are your final thoughts for tonight?
Man, not too much, I'm just excited about get this weekend. I think it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be a busy weekend. People celebrating Juneteenth, people celebrating their fathers. It's gonna be a lot of traffic in the mall. So I'm ready for that.
Christina?
You know my thing. I'm outside. Okay, so
Oh my
but
God.
now listen, don't be a hater. I ain't say nothing when you was outside. When you was outside, okay? Anywho, I'm outside this weekend. I'm celebrating the holiday. I have a couple friends coming in town, and we're gonna go outside, have a good time. Like I said, I think it's great that Father's Day is being celebrated. I hope all fathers have a good Father's Day. They get to see their kids, be around their kids, fathers, stepfathers, godfathers. As far as the episode, great episode. A lot of not a lot of sneakers coming out, but we had a lot of sneaker conversations here today. Didn't get to touch on a few things. I know Asia Wilson, she had dropped her PE for the Mulan. Those were dope. I feel like that was with it being one of the Disney characters, it was dope. So we did touch on that, but a lot of culture, of course, a lot of different things. So until next week.
One thing that I do want to say is with this being Father's Day weekend and with me, being a father, a godfather, and some of the stuff that we are used to seeing on Father's Day, to which is no point in saying don't do it. But I do get thoroughly entertained with the ladies that get on your social media platforms and they state, I should be celebrated on Father's Day too. That's fine. If you do it by yourself, look, mothers go through a lot, and a lot of times mothers are the unsung heroes of pretty much everything. You won't ever get me trying to put down mothers at all. I just do think that it is kind of one of those things to where it's that again, you saw something in somebody and you decide to have a baby with that. Don't, and this is one thing that I think that we should stop doing on everything. Don't paint everybody like that. Don't try to take the shine away from everybody of significance. Like just because you had a child with a guy who isn't doing right doesn't mean that every guy isn't doing right and that you need to be included with the group of guys. I mean, when we have President's Day, we don't just say all the good presidents. Like we have to acknowledge all the bad ones too. So I mean, you don't have to get them a gift. They don't have to be quote unquote celebrated, but don't bitter don't look good on nobody. You have it. You are entitled and have every right to your feelings. I'm not questioning like your right to be mad. You are entitled to that, and that your feelings are valid. But also, it's just you've had your day. Let's enjoy it. And I hope life gets better. I hope things work out. I hope that you get your family back. I hope that you and your, child's father can make things better, or that because at the end of the day, It ain't about neither one of you all. It's about the kids. All right. With that
Yep.
being said, we are out. I hope that everybody has a good week. We will catch you all in 2 weeks. We are going to take a break just to kind of get a few production things out of the way, and we will catch you all on 4th of July week. So enjoy the week, and we'll holler at you all. Be easy.
Be safe.